Hey, Christine here with ReplenishedHer.com. I wanted to talk to you today about how your need to be liked by everyone is getting in the way of your life. So, first, let me ask you this. How is this need to be liked by everyone showing up for you? Do you perhaps find yourself not sharing your thoughts and opinions, maybe at work or inside of your relationships, because you're afraid that if you share your thoughts and opinions, people aren't going to like or agree with what you have to say? Or maybe it's coming up for you by struggling to make decisions. Do you find yourself constantly asking other people, what do you think about this? Or what should I do about this situation? Maybe it's really small things or big things, but do you find yourself constantly needing to know what other people think before you make any of your decisions? Maybe another way it's showing up is you have opportunities that are presented to you, but you are not taking action because the risk of taking action inside of these new opportunities in letting other people down outweighs what these opportunities might be able to give you. If you relate to any of those things, as I know I do, I want to ask you this question. How much is this costing you? Think about it this way. When you don't share your thoughts or opinions with people, do you find that it actually costs you getting into relationships with people that then take advantage of you, people that kind of use you as a doormat because you don't ever give a voice to what's okay and what's not okay? Or maybe it's costing you inside of your decisions, getting into situations and environments that don't feel conducive to who you are. Maybe it's a work situation where you're given a lot of tasks that are burning you out, or maybe you're getting into bad relationships with other people because you are constantly leaning on people that like to be in control. They're the ones that are making the decisions. So you end up getting inside of these toxic relationships that they like the fact that you don't make decisions for yourself so that they get to control you. And lastly, maybe it's costing you when you don't seek opportunity. It's getting in the way of you living a life that you really want to have. You feel stuck in your life. You don't take risk because you're constantly worried about what other people think. And so therefore you stay inside of the same old mundane job that you hate, or friendships that don't feel genuine and meaningful. That fear of putting yourself truly out there is getting in the way of you getting to live the life that you really want. So that kind of leads me to the greatest cost of all. By living a life wanting to make other people happy, you end up being who you think everybody wants you to be, and you don't really get to know who you really are. You have no idea what you think or feel because you're constantly looking externally. You're constantly looking at what everybody else expects, and you lose sight of who you truly are. And it's really difficult to create relationships that feel meaningful, that feel authentic, if you're not even being your truest version of yourself. So here is my challenge for you. Today or this week, I want you to do three things. The first is I want to have you give your opinion a voice. Maybe it's a small opinion or a large opinion, but I want you to try what it's like to give your opinion a voice, even if others may not agree with it. The second thing is I want you to do something for yourself. I want you to ask your significant other or ask a coworker at work to go and do something. Even if you think they may not want to do that thing, I want you to practice giving a voice of asking for what you're interested in and what you're needing. And the last thing I want you to try is to take a risk. Once again, it can be really small or really big, but I want you to say yes to something that you would typically say no to. You might be surprised at how people react to these three things. They may actually like you even more. You may actually feel more connected than you do trying to be who you think everybody expects you to be, because you're actually showing up in your life as your truest version of yourself. If you connected with anything that I'm talking about in here and you struggle a lot with this topic, I would really encourage you to reach out to my practice, www.replenishher.com/contact, and you can fill out a contact form right there on the page. And I would love to connect with you on the phone and talk a little bit about how this is showing up in your life and how my practice might be able to help. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of the day.